Hey guys, so I'm going to show you how to make a break builds button in Fortnite Creative. It's actually very easy. I'll show you step by step exactly what you need to do. I'm not going to show you how to make a full map. If you need a video on how to do that, comment down below and I'll get another video out for you. But this one is just the break builds button, so it's going to be very basic. I'm just going to put 2 ramps. All right, and the first device that I'm going to grab is a button because it's a break builds button. Makes sense, right? So you're just going to put it kind of in the center where anybody can reach it. Make sure the button's facing the right way. So I had to move mine, or you could just rotate it, but once you have your button in place, all you're going to do is change one thing in here when interacted with transmit on channel 1. Now, after you do that, you're going to go kind of far away to place all of your devices. All right, so we are going to grab a sequencer. You only need one once you place it. You need a floor if you're doing a map like this, kind of basic. Once you place it, all you have to change on this one is start sequence when receiving from channel 1. Basically, that means that when you press the button, it's going to go to the sequencer. Now, after you place your sequencer and set that, you're going to need a trigger. Now, for the first trigger, you're only going to change one thing, and that is when triggered, transmit on channel 2, and then you're going to copy and paste it. This is going to make your life so much easier because it saves your settings. Transmit every X triggers, you're going to make that 2, and then change when triggered, transmit on channel 3, copy and paste. Now, you're going to go to the modified options. It's going to make it easier. All that is everything that you changed. Make that 3 and 4, copy paste, make it 4 and 5, and keep on going for however many times you want to be able to use your button. I'm going to go ahead and do it about 20 times. You could do it more, you could do it less, do it however many times you feel you're going to need. All right, and when I'm doing this, I have auto drop on, and then I jump to make sure it places where I want it, and this way I'm on top of it, so I can see the channel changing for each one. With them so close together, it's very easy to accidentally customize the wrong trigger. So you want to make sure that you're paying attention to the trigger number, like the channel number, changing with every single one. Now, if for some reason you go through this video, you do everything for your map the way that I'm doing it, and if it still doesn't work, I recommend watching the video over and pausing as I go through every step. If you missed any little piece of it, then it's not going to work. So definitely pause and play as you're going through, doing this in your own map. Now this is, very basic. I didn't put that many triggers in. You could put more if you need them, but there's really no point. Most 1v1s only go to 3 or 5 kills anyway, so you shouldn't even need 20. Now you're going to go back to your 1v1 area. For your last step, you're going to need explosive devices. Now, this one definitely pay attention to. There's a lot you have to change. The first thing that I do is I shrink them. I make them very little so I could fit them all exactly where I want them to be. You want to make it indestructible. Blast radius, put it on 5. The max player damage, make sure that's on 0, otherwise it's going to hurt your people. Structure damage, I put that on max. Knockback, 0. You don't want the sound on, otherwise you're going to hear a loud explosion. You want it to be invisible. You don't want it to collide with anything. Make sure you get all these settings right. Like I said earlier, definitely pause and go along if you need to. Play audio off and explode from when receiving from channel 2. Now, if you copy and paste, it will save all the settings from the first one. All you have to do is go into the modified options, change it to channel 3, copy, paste. Go into the modified options, change it to channel 4, and keep going for however many triggers you have. You need one for every trigger, otherwise it's not going to work. And then you'll have like a one and done button, and that's not what you want. And if you have a problem with the explosive devices falling, that means that you have drop on. Make sure you turn drop off. I don't know, I just find it less in the way. You'll see some people, they put it like right on the ramps. There's no need for that. It has, pretty far range that they explode. And then I like to keep them organized and in order. If you keep them organized, then what'll happen is if you find you press the button and it doesn't work, you can go back. Maybe you forgot to change the channel on one of them or something like that. It'll be easier to go through and find where you made a mistake. It's pretty easy to make a simple mistake, but it's also really easy to fix. Definitely a really simple button. It's a little tricky at first for those of you that are doing it for the first time, but once you get the hang of it, it's really easy, and then you can do a lot of different things with it as well. I recently made a map with 4 different 1v1 areas and box fights where the builds automatically break every 5 minutes. Definitely try that map out. If it's something you're interested in, let me know. I could tell you how to do that as well. Okay, and the last thing is the settings. I'm not going to go through all of them. You can go through and set them however you want. The one thing that you have to do is environment damage. You have to turn that off. If you leave that on, what's going to happen is every time you click the button, everything is going to explode, including your map itself. So you have to turn that off in order for it to work properly. So now the moment of truth. Let's test it out. I'm just going to put a couple builds on both sides. My horrible builds, I messed up. Press the button, and there they go. And then, you can go through and try it as many times as you want, but it will work for as many triggers as you have. So mine will work for about 20. And that's it. I hope you like this. I hope it helped. If you need any more help, advice, comment down below. I can get whatever videos you need out to you to show you how to make things in creative. Make sure you go in the description, join my Discord. I have lots of other maps you could try out, and I'll let you know how to make them as well.